doing it.
What?
I ain't doing it.
You are. You're doing it.
Get DJ do this.
Get DJ. Yeah, it's a DJ job. Blah, 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 blah. Hey everybody, it's Nick at B&P. Starting a new job today at West Bridgeford, or Gampston in West Bridgeford. Always Gampston and West Bridgeford, different places, I'm not sure. Yeah, a bit of a different one. The back is a full landscape, so we're doing a porcelain patio, about 40 square metres, new lawn, brick edging around the lawn, some slabs going to a back door, and so on. But we've got to take the whole garden out, level it. And then the front is they're actually removing part of the driveway as they no longer need it. And they're gonna have that turfed, so they can actually use it as a seating area, but the levels are a bit tricky, so I'll show you in a bit. So the first bit of the job was getting the machine through here. We have hired a micro digger that reduces to about 700 width. However, this path is about 700 at points, so we've had to take a section of the fence, we'll have to replace that. This shed can be moved, it's currently full of logs. We managed to weasel past it, but there was a second shed here which we've moved around the back for now just to allow access, as we've got a barrow loader. So yeah, the job is rectangular porcelain patio from the corner of the house to this corner, some stepping stones round, a little bit round the back here, some slabbing to do. So the first job is we've got to move all the green and the trees and so on. They've all got to come out, and we've also got to put a lawn in. How you doing?
Well, we love one, mate, thanks. We love a cup of tea, thank you.
So yeah, that's a customer, he's a happy chap. So yeah, porcelain here, we're just going to reduce it all down, take all the grass off top, clear it, blank canvas. So that's the first job really, and then we start putting things back in. So this is how you safely remove a tree. Fouldsy is demonstrating health and safety. So you get a big bucket underneath it, and you jump on it and yank it until it comes out. So that's the first tree out. Get the second one out, and we'll sort of landscape it all and get it all neat and tidy. Knock it all about. One level through, get the rakes out, rock and roll. So we're finally getting somewhere. Reduced the back path, which is where the old slabs are going to go. They just want a little utility path. Give me some stepping stones here. This area here is all going to be new turf. This whole rectangle near enough, with a block paved edge all the way around the borders. So yeah, it's starting to come together. It's not actually a lot of muck to come out. The gradient sort of ran off from this. It's quite high here and low down there. So when we've reduced it, there's not a lot come out. It probably won't even be a full load of muck, to be honest, which is always good. So yeah, Chris is just going to carry on. We've got, obviously, this is the area where the patio is going. So we're going to have to reduce and get this all prepped up ready. Probably stone it up. It's Wednesday today. Probably stone it up Friday. But we'll get things organised. We've got Mapley Tree Services coming to take all that green waste and shred it all and get rid of that professionally. and legally, which is what it's all about. Don't knocks on the door when people chuck it in car parks. So yeah, that's a good point actually. So always be careful who you use to get rid of your waste, because if they've not got licensed carriers and so on, you can have a knock on your door. You're responsible. And I've seen it happen a lot of times. So yeah, go over to a little time lapse and continue digging. So we're slowly getting there. We've ripped all the decking out now in the corner. It's all stacked up here, waiting for a timber collection. So that's going in the green waste timber collection. Ground's getting there. We've sort of just about knocked it about. Chris is just finishing up the levels on the side there and just ripping his path out and lowering it. To be fair, it's quite considerably lower than it needs to be already, so there's not a lot to come out. We'll have a little tinker here, tied up in this corner, and we're about there really. There's not too much to come out. The problem with this time of year is the littlest bit of rain and mud, and you're tracking mud everywhere you go. Don't get me wrong, a little bit of rainfall does clear it, but it's not ideal. However, if you try to clean it constantly, you can lose your mind. So sometimes you sort of just have to leave it and hope people are quite cool about it all. But like I say, it's part of the job. We'll always leave the job spotless, but we're here for 2 weeks and you could spend every day cleaning if you had to. It'd be a nightmare. So we are about there now. We've took out what we need to take out. There's probably a lot of soil to come back in here. There's borders about 1 metre wide going around sides. This area's been stone and gravelled for a pagoda that the customer's doing at a later date. We've got 8 ton of stone coming in tomorrow for the sub base, so we're getting there. So it should start to take place and start to look like a job soon. Say these jobs always look like a bomb's gone off at first. Okay, so this is a bit of a strange one, which we don't normally get. The customer has requested, they want this area gone. We've been tipping here. These are going to be new porcelain slabs, new manhole lid. But they want this garden levelling up, so we have to put some sort of concrete in down at the bottom. We're going to bring the level up, so it's like a nice turfed area. But what they want is, they want us to cut this tarmac off this area, remove it, and that's all going to become a lawn, because I said I think the kids have moved out and they want a bit more space. It's in a nice, quiet, real quiet little cul-de-sac, so they want to use it as like a garden space. So we're going to now cut this on a curve, tie it back into these block pavers, hopefully, and then this will become a lawned area. So we're just going to cut that now. So the machine's arrived. The weather's still absolutely, I mean, it looks brighter here, shocking. So we're just taking this tarmac out to this line that we put yesterday. Take these slabs out here, dig it all out ready. Yeah, get dug out ready, it's going to be turfed up and so on. So machines arrived finally. We've got Dave just arrived. He's going to pull down here and take this load of muck away. And then we're going to tip our road stone in here. We've got 8 ton of stone. I'm going to get that all barrowed around the back and the sub base in. Ready for, well, it's Thursday now, probably ready for Monday we'll start laying. We've got some prep stuff to do still tomorrow. Having a bit of a problem, it's a bit tight for space. So it should be clear today, but we're struggling with room, to be honest. It's a bit of a nightmare. So we're all trying to weasel about. This doesn't happen often, but we're going to have to call it quits today. The rain's ridiculous. It's pretty much been heavy rain since the early hours of this morning. It's not stopped. It's turned the back to slurry or mud. We've just had a delivery of stone and we don't want to put it around the back because I think it will just get damp and it turns to slush. So tomorrow the weather's meant to be better. So it's a bit of a ball because we've got a nice day Friday, but we're going to have to just have to suck it up and do it tomorrow. So we've got both the grab lorries from DJ here. Stone's just been dropped off, but like I say, I'll show you in a second. We're just going to stone up near the customer's door so we can get in and out nicely. But like I say, around the back, everything is just waterlogged. So like I say, a bit of a hint to anyone who's doing it, you know, like a homeowner sort of DIY job. If you put stone down in this, obviously, it will it'll just turn to mush. So tomorrow we've dug a couple of little drainage ditches for it to run into. We're going to empty them out tomorrow and we'll get the stone round tomorrow. So yeah, calling it quits. So these are the gifts I bought Lucia back from Iceland, a teddy puffin and a Viking helmet. And I have dared her that £5 that she's got to go shopping at Asda now and walk around with the helmet on the entire time.
Oh my god, I didn't know you built.
Don't know if Vikings eat ice cream. Do they?
No,
What flavour ice cream?
blood.
Of course. So, as a Viking, you've picked strawberry cornettos, mint cornettos. Come on then, let's go.
Are you gonna film this seriously?
Morning everybody, another wet and windy day at B&P Paving. The weather's appalling, it's just shocking at the minute. So we seem to be getting this the last 5 or 10 years, excuse me, let's turn my light back on. Yeah, we seem to be getting this the last 5 or 10 years where it's not particularly cold winters, they're just wet. So, and I'd rather be cold than deal with this because it just makes everything a nightmare. Today we've got to dig out, get some of this tarmac gone. We do dig the front, get the slabs out near the front door, so there's a load of digging to do. We've also got to move with wheelbarrows 8 ton of stone, 3 ton of topsoil. So yeah, it's going to be a testing day with the weather being the way it is, but we'll get there. So yeah, it's not the best job in the world this time of year. Morning everybody, it is Monday morning. It's a cold one this morning, it's a bit fresh when it folds out.
It was, mate, it was.
A bit fresh this morning, but it's warming up a bit. So we've got the front stoned up, ready to go. We're doing that. Got the mixer and everything set up, ready to start mixing for the porcelain around the back. We're getting there. We had a delivery from John A. Stevens just arrived, so we've got a few little bits to get started, but we don't want to swamp the job with material. So yeah, plan for today really is this area here is going to be like a block paved sort of circle radial shape going into the house, and then we're going to run borders down and so on. This area here will all be block paved, not sure on the shape yet, we'll work that out. New blocks on concrete down here, and it's going to kick and go around this way. This triangle area is going to be blocked as well, and then a border that runs all the way around the hedge into the door at the back over there. So plenty to be getting on with. We've got 2 weeks on this job starting today, 10 working days. Let's see how we do. So on Friday the lads loaded all the slabs around. We've got 3 ton of topsoil around. We cleared all the green waste that was in that corner, if you remember, so it's all nice and clear now, ready for the turfing when we're done. And they've just stoned all this area up here, but we've just whacked that this morning, ready to start laying. They're just setting up now. We'll start getting some porcelain down.
Good morning, people of YouTube. So we've got Big Man Bert's making up the SBR mix. We're about to have a full day laying patio around here. What we've done is we've whacked just a small section, so just a little tip. Well, not a tip as such, but what we do is we whack her a little bit instead of whackering the whole thing in case we need to bring a little bit more stone in or we need to take a bit out. The problem with this stone is it's 40 mil, isn't it, Bert's, this one? So we've got 40 mil stone. 20 mil is better for patios, but we've got 40 mil. 20 mil you can move about a bit more, but the 40 mil stuff, it's a bit thicker, so we just whack her a little bit at a time, start laying from the corner, come out, and then if we need to make alterations to the stone as we go, It's a bit easier than when it's all compacted flat like that. But to be fair, the level looks good. It's pretty much bang on. You can see against the brickwork there. So all this brickwork's level. This brickwork is out by miles. So I don't know if you can see how much it looks like it runs down, but it's actually almost level, this stone. This brick here runs opposite way. So that's it. We've got his tools ready to go. Got my little kneeling pad. Got the grabbo. Got the tile vibrator, tile beater, clips, levels, and the main man.
Right on, ready to go.
Got our mix ready to go. So what we're using is, because everyone keeps asking, it'll be wrong to many people, it'll be right to many people. Everyone does stuff different, but the way we do it is we use wash sand, and we're doing a 4-in-1 mix. But yeah,
4-in-1, that's it.
4 sand, 1 cement. That's a really strong mix, and it sets beautifully. We don't use builders underground anymore because it's no good, in my opinion. Everyone's got their own opinion, so for someone it'll be wrong. If it's wrong to you, stick it up your mother's backside. First row's in, so we've got this first row in. What we're going to do is, I spoke to the customer, it works, so obviously we're working on the half bond across here. That's where it finishes on the half, and they're having a paving border all the way around the grass. So what we're going to do is, because they don't want to end up with a small cut, we're going to run the paver in here and make it work on the half bond. That's how far out that brick course is. I don't know if you can see that, but this has got very minimal fall on it, and it looks like it's falling about 3/4 of a course. Where's the big level, lad? Chuck it over. We'll just show you. Stick it on those slabs for us so we can look at the fall. That's the fall on it. And if you can see that, it's just touching bubble. So that's how much fall is on it. But obviously, whoever's put that in has not used a spirit level, as usual. Good morning, people. Washout yesterday, we had to go home because it rained all day. So just cracking on today. Just doing our cuts around these manholes. Unfortunately, there's 3. Is there 3 or is there 4? No, it's 3, isn't there? Tell us, Bert, how many manholes? 3 or 4?
3 manholes to cut in.
There we go. Done the first one, so we've got a cut in there. Just show you how we do these. There's loads of different ways you can do it. So you could measure it out with a tape measure. You can use a bit of cardboard, so you can get yourself a bit of cardboard, make yourself a template of the cut, which would be perfect. But the way I'm doing it is, I've got my measurement, so I've just put a little something under there to take it off the ground. I've got my gap size all the way down, which is perfect. And what I'm going to do is, difficult to do this, but I'll get my, where's the right angle, brother? As always, under my foot. Stick that right angle on, Bert, and show the good people of YouTube how to do it. Other way, mate. That's the other way.
Other way, we'll get there in the end.
Other way.
We'll get there in the end. Hold on. Yeah, help me.
This is what you're dealing with. This is what you're dealing with.
Too early.
He's not had his bacon this morning, like this.
Yeah, that's what I need.
So I'll set them straight edge up. Thing that in. Go the other side. You're going to help me? Oh, he's helping me. He's in. He's in.
I've got my own
He's
work.
in.
I've got my own work to be doing here. There we go.
That's it. Cut that out. Drop her in. ×4. Do the middle. ×5. Easy peasy. Well, it's not, is it? It's completely hard.
It is. It's never easy.
It ain't. You. Oh, I was going to sing a song, but I fucked it up. So, people, if you're in the trade, Grabbo. Absolutely brilliant tool. But this is the second one we've had. and it's the same problem every single time. We've kept it, we've dried it, we've kept it inside. It's on, the power goes off. Basically, you have to push this down to make it work. What happens is the contact point underneath that, I'll just show you. See that contact point there? It rusts up, the same one every single time. Even though it's been dried, kept away in the nice warm house, it's rusted up. Garbage. How much are they now? 300 quid, aren't they? And just starts losing suction straight away. When you first buy them, they're brilliant. So if you're using it inside all the time and there's absolutely no chance that any moisture getting in, it'll probably be okay. But for outside work, no good. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you've got one, have you got the same problem? This is the second one we had. I think this one's going back as well. And I think we're going to go with the Ruby pump action one. It's supposed to be better. Let me know. Trying not to laugh, but he just stepped backwards into that puddle, that big hole that we dug to get rid of water. Oh,
We need a
you
laugh.
gotta laugh or you cry.
We're dying around here.
Boys from Mapley Tree coming down today. Give us a hand to get rid of some. Oh, there's one. There's old Tom waving. YouTube famous now. Say something educational.
Hi Chris, you'll break the camera.
Say something educational.
Don't break the camera.
If you can't be good, don't get
Put the
caught.
window up. I don't use it.
Right, look, the next saga in life. He's never seen the Goonies and he's never seen Indiana Jones.
I ain't got time to watch telly.
Yeah, but they're not even films, they're classics. What have you watched then? Nothing.
I've watched films.
What films have you watched? Nothing.
I've watched Rocky, that's it.
Christmas.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy. Let's do him a little favour.
But,
Gonna help you out now.
oh god. They're like an old man fart, bro.
Oh, look at the selection. I'm going for Morrison's 3 garlic and herb chicken fillets. What are you going for, Lado? Oh, they look good though. Look at that hot sauce chicken thighs. Look at them. Yeah, that's barbecue. Them hot ones. It's Chinese or it's like sort of just tomato sauce on it. Oh, decisions. What's it gonna be? Oh, look at that, Bert. Got legs like your mother.
This is what we managed to get laid and cut in yesterday before all hell broke loose. So quite difficult, some real radial cuts here and so on, but then it just, like I say, it absolutely peed it down, so we couldn't finish it. But I'm gutted because we were on a good roll. Another hour this bit would have been finished, And then we're going to run the blocks in concrete round here, and then there's a little triangle area of paving. We got it done yesterday. Well, fingers crossed we'll get it done today. As I say, we literally had to just down tools in the end. It just came from, I mean, look at the wheelbarrow, look. Absolutely, I mean, that's the rain, that's just yesterday, look. Look at that. That's what we're dealing with. And that was just yesterday afternoon, look. It's just insane. Look, we just had to drop, there's a bucket, I shouldn't have left that there, but there's a barrow of gear there, they just had to leg it. So we had so much electrical equipment out, it was dangerous. However, this will be the patio. It's going to be a porcelain job. Pretty uniform, rectangular all the way down to the end there at the corner. So I'd like to say if things went to plan today, it'd be at least to the door halfway. So it's a nice easy run with 600, 900. So just, it's not helpful on the old building site look. I think for the customers as well, aesthetically, when they look at it, everything's just a mess. Because you just can't keep on top of the mud and the, you know, normally we put all the tools away properly and we clean up after ourselves, but you just have to leg it. So yeah, it's going to be a testing couple of weeks, but fingers crossed we have a better few days. Right, so we're slowly getting there. This we've had to do 2 quite tough radials on this bend. So this top bit's nearly done. So we've decided we're going to drop down and lay the bottom triangle now, and with a view to then running these borders in and round, and then we can sort of get a picture. The customer wants an element of symmetry to it, so it's quite difficult to just get on with. It's a bit start and stop it at the minute, but we'll get there. So we've just sanded this area up and we've whacked it. We're going to float it up now and screed it and get ready to lay. So some odd angles here, but we should get it done as we do. Weather's broke a little bit, so it's been pretty dry today, but obviously things are still, you know, just like I say, look at the mess and the dirt and the dust, it sticks to everything and it's a nightmare. So yeah, everything has to be washed down over and over again, which takes up time. But yeah, we always get there. I've got to admit, I'm feeling a little bit beaten at the minute, but probably the holiday blues. But yeah, we'll get there as we do. Lights are all screeded, floated up, bar that bit I can't reach at the minute, but I'll get there when I've laid it. And we've also took a line off this pattern, so the pattern will be identical on both sides, so it should tie in beautifully, and we'll go to a little time lapse of us laying it. So the second section's laid. We're just going to cut the borders in now around the outside, and then we're going to start running the border from this end, from the end here down, so it runs in one fluid border rather than going off into different borders. So bit tricky. We'll get there. I keep saying we'll get there. I'm not telling you guys, I'm just trying to encourage myself, because I am a broken man this week. So obviously the weather's held out. We managed to get quite a bit laid up to now. Manholes all cut in and whatever. This takes a lot of time to do. There's a lot of messing around. So as I said, we'll probably get another, it's not quite as far as I thought this morning, but we'll get another couple of rows in. So it'll be about half done today. The forecast for Wednesday and Thursday are appalling, so I don't know what we're going to do. But we're all stoned up, ready to go anyway. So yeah, it's starting to look good. Give it a good jet wash off tomorrow and get it all cleaned up. Maybe get around this back and start clearing the garden as well and getting this soil knocked about and ready for the turfers. Morning everybody, it is now Wednesday morning. It's 10 o'clock, we're just getting started. We've just had another 3-hour torrential downpour. So we're trying desperately to get things done. It's got to the point where we can't afford not to come in all time-wise. So we're having to, we've been hiding out in the customer's garage, drinking coffee. So we're all shaking now from too much caffeine, but we're just finally getting started, and I'll show you a little bit about what we're doing. Okay, so basically what we're doing is the customer wants to bring the level of the lawn up so it's a bit more level through, so it's got to come about a foot higher. So what we've decided to do, the best way to do it would be to install gravel boards. So we're going to put a step here with a gravel board, and we're going to post it out and run gravel boards along this hedge to bring the level up. So hopefully then when it's soiled and turfed, it will be a bit more level. It's going to have a slight gradient towards the hedge, but it's definitely going to work out. So keep you updated as we go along. So as you can see, we're dropping a retaining level. It's only a foot high out the ground, so we've dropped the post in a foot, concreted it, and then it's a foot high. So it's going to allow us to bring the turf level up and give us a better gradient on the entire garden. You have to excuse the mess at the minute, it's a nightmare. But we're slowly getting there. So yeah, hopefully this will be in today and we can start tidying up the front and getting it ready. Okay, so we're finally getting on top of it all. The main threshold and path is all in now. We've ran all the borders in and around on concrete. This little area here is like a bit of a turning circle, so to speak. Just working the level through now, string across. We've put a sub-base of roadstone in. I'm going to put topsoil on top to turf. Well, it's like a screed mix, but here these gravel boards are all in and concreted, so it gives us that little bit of lift. Obviously on this video it probably doesn't look that high, but it raises the whole level about 10 inches, maybe 8 inches. So this is then going to all be filled with topsoil, and we're going to get the turfers in to turf it all. We've got another gravel board or two to run here. We ran short yesterday. I wasn't quite sure how many I needed when I ordered it, so that was yeah, a bit of a mishap, but they're arriving shortly. DJ's bringing them down. We're going to run them in, and yeah, we're about there on the front. We're just going to knock it about ready, and we've got 11 ton of topsoil being delivered on Monday morning that we've got a barrow around the back, half of, so should be a bit of fun. Right, so we've just brought in some, well, it's like a stone soil mix for drainage. So we're going to run some of this. It's too deep for just topsoil, and the problem if you put too much soil in is it's just going to sink. So you put a foot of soil in, you stand on it, it sinks. So we don't want that much in, so we're going to put this in the bottom for drainage. We're going to top the level up with the topsoil again that's coming on Monday. So we're just putting that in now, and we're raking it in and bringing the level. So there'll be about 4 inches here, about 4 inches of soil and the turf, and we're going to grade it and get a nice level throughout now, ready for it all to go in. Patio is going in nicely now. We've got another week on this job. We've got the whole of next week. So next week I'm going to run block paver borders all the way around the garden. The soil's going in, the turf's going in, and so on. Point the patio up, set the lids. So much more to do, but we have got another week to do the job. So unfortunately everything has become a horrible clay muddy mess at the minute, but like I always say, we'll sort of get there. We've just got to keep battling on, get the site clear. So hopefully by sort of Tuesday next week, this job will look a completely different, you know, be a completely different story. So, and I'm quite looking forward to it, because I'm a little bit OCD if anything, and it really bugs me when things are a mess. Like, I just can't settle. I like to have everything tidy, and you know, I'm a big believer in keeping things on site spotless. But it's like its path, it's covered in mud, but we wash it and it just gets dirty again. You know, the front we've probably washed that 7 times over now, so it's just pointless. Folds there, get this all dug. Last one until the customer actually dig another one.
I ain't doing it.
What?
I ain't doing it.
You are. You're doing it.
Get DJ do this.
Get DJ. Yeah, it's a DJ job. Blah, 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 blah. It's a D. Take 2. It's a D and D. I can't say it. It's a D and J job. This. Oh, DJ know how to dig this all proper. Wouldn't he, Folds there? He would indeed, him and Stevie. I don't reckon Stevie and DJ can handle the hot chili sauce challenge though, do you?
No, they get smoked.
I've been watching that Hot Ones Wings thing on YouTube, and I thought to myself, I might challenge some of the boys at D&J, and we'll get a box of KFC chicken wings. Other chicken wings can be supplied, and get some of that horrible chili sauce that's thingy, so you can handle it. What do you reckon? You reckon Dave can do it? No. Call him out, Folds there. Call him out, like one of them videos on TikTok. Dave, listen here, you. Hey. So Dave and Stevie were calling you out before Christmas. You need to do a chicken wing challenge. We're going to get the hot sauce, and you've got to, we'll measure the amount of hot sauce each, make it fair, like 4 ml of hot sauce. We'll apply it in equal measures to a KFC chicken wing, and we've all got to eat it on camera, so you can hack it. Can you do it? I'll do it all day long. I'm afraid no chicken wing. Ghostbuster. Okay, so that is us done for this week. As you can see, the boys are just levelling the back garden up now, ready for the topsoil that's coming Monday morning. So next week on the video, we will have the lawns front and back being turf. We've got blocks going in, a block border around the patio completion. And hopefully some fun and games, because let's be honest, this week hasn't been too much fun. The weather has been awful. It's very hard to, I'm trying to do videos for you guys and laugh and joke, and it's not, when you're not in the mood and you're trapped in a garage in the rain, it's awful. So hope you enjoyed the video, and next week's will be better. Enjoy.